Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so you never miss an episode. Today is all about how to communicate so people actually listen. How many of you feel unheard at work or at home? How many of you feel like you can never get a word in when you're around your friends? Or you can't command authority in a team meeting? After listening to this, you'll be able to better articulate how you feel, actually make an impact when you speak, and you'll know the tools to actually help people listen. Let me start with something that might feel uncomfortable. Most of us think we're good communicators. We think we're being clear and honest, but the research says otherwise. A study from Harvard found that people overestimate how clearly they communicate by more than 40%. In other words, we think we're obvious, but other people are confused, defensive, or overwhelmed. If we were all great at communicating, we wouldn't have workplace friction and arguments at home. It's the reason why texts get misread and meetings go in circles. Communication isn't about what you say, it's about what lands. It isn't about winning the argument, it's about protecting the relationship. Let's close that gap. Let's start with principle number 1. Regulate before you communicate. You can't communicate well when your nervous system is dysregulated. Neuroscience shows that when stressed, blood flow shifts away from the prefrontal cortex, responsible for empathy and language, and moves toward the amygdala, responsible for survival. This means when you're activated, you don't communicate, you react. That's why emails sound colder than intended and arguments escalate so fast. When someone says something that triggers you, like stealing your idea, and you choose to speak out of emotion, you're more likely to make yourself look worse. If you simply react instead of responding effectively, you make people not want to listen to you. This isn't about avoiding emotions. I'm saying you want to come from a position of strength. Effective communicators pause, not to avoid the conversation, but to protect the outcome. At work, this looks like not replying immediately to a triggering message. At home, this looks like saying, "I need a minute," instead of raising your voice. The calmest person in the conversation sets the emotional temperature. Regulation is not weakness, it's leadership. The most powerful speakers use pauses to draw people in. The ability to hold back on emotion and respond from a place of feeling centered has an incredible impact. Principle 2, clarity beats intensity. Most people think being passionate makes them persuasive, but research shows the opposite. Clear, concise communication is perceived as more competent. Intensity feels powerful to the speaker, but clarity feels safe to the listener. Long explanations often backfire and feel like pressure. Effective communicators simplify. Instead of long rants, they say, "When this happens, I feel overlooked. I need a heads up next time." Same truth, less noise. We think the more words we use, the more likely we'll be understood. But the reality is that stating facts simply gives the clearest information. As Einstein said, if you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it well enough. Simple communication is a sign of deep understanding. Confusion creates resistance, while clarity creates cooperation. If someone doesn't understand you, they can't support you. It's perfectly fine to take time to have a better conversation, especially if it affects your long-term success at work. Simplify your arguments to the easiest way they can be communicated. Think about how you would explain this to a 5-year-old. This isn't about being condescending, but meeting people where they are. Compassionate communication meets people where they are. Principle 3, reduce the threat before delivering the truth. The truth often feels like a threat when it sounds like an attack. We think the truth is enough, but we don't realize we make the other person feel defensive or ashamed. Don't over-rely on the truth. It still has to be delivered with safety. Principle 4, ask more questions than you make statements. You will learn so much more about the situation. Instead of saying, "This isn't good enough," ask, "What is really important on this project?" This gives you a moment to align. Principle 5, match your tone to your intention. People don't hear your motivation, they hear your tone. Principle 6, end with alignment. It doesn't matter how well you started a conversation if you don't end it well. The goal of communication isn't to win, but to be understood without losing the relationship. The better you communicate, the more trust you build. When people feel safe, they listen. I hope this helps you. Send this video to a friend who might benefit from it. Next time you expect a result and it doesn't happen, you'll be disappointed. Stay tuned.